Hi, welcome to another episode of That's Thing 2 Overture. It is episode 104, and it is Friday, March the 21st.
Yeah, 21.
Do some 3, 2, 1. Happy Pi Day.
Yeah. Oh, really? Oh, that was 3, 4. Oh, whatever. 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 I got fooled. I got tricked again. I don't know days. All I know is it's been like, according to my check, it's been 3 weeks since I've been seeing if my fingy is okay.
Ah,
And
are
we
you
are
slowly
recovering.
getting back to playing video games?
Yeah, we are recovering. I'm now able to like grab things. I can't
Ah,
move my hand really that good. It is sore, but like definite improvement. I have like a squishy thing I squeeze every so often.
how long before you can play KOF 13 Max Mode Trials again?
Never. I wasn't even. That would have been like I don't know. Uh, let's say uh 20 to 18 years ago when I was in my late teens, early 20s. Maybe that would have been it. Even then, that would have been a stretch. That's like when I was good at like Counter Strike. I used to be kind of good at Counter Strike, but then like your reflexes leave you, and then they leave you again.
I don't necessarily think that's true.
I mean,
I think it's also more of like you get other shit you have to do.
so what you're saying is that like, of course, I wouldn't be as good as something when I was playing like 3 to 4 hours of like compute first person computer every single day.
Yeah, pretty much. I
When
mean,
on
still
my
known for his reactions.
when like on my Steam library, nothing I have is even close to Dota 2. Like even if you were to like all my time in Street Fighter 6
Oh,
according
there
to
we go.
all right. I was just going to say all my time in Street Fighter 6 is like 162 hours,
Yeah.
and all my time in Dota 2 is apparently 538 hours.
I'm kind of surprised it's so little.
Well, you also got to consider there's like League of Legends in the MOBA territory,
Uh,
and that one doesn't tell you how much it is. So we don't even know. But that was a lot. It's probably 1,000 hours between the two.
uh-huh.
But anyway, all right, we got a lot of crap. We got a lot of crap to discuss.
I watched Vinny and Brad and Will Smith play PUBG last week, and then they played Fortnite this week, and I think they might just keep going through battle royales. I don't know. But Will Smith has played a lot of battle royale. He has put a lot of hours into PUBG and into Fortnite.
That's weird. He's still playing PUBG. I
Well, now he's playing Fortnite more. In his words, Fortnite is the current best battle royale.
I'd agree with that. I'll put a lot of time into Fortnite.
Because,
I
like, when they were playing PUBG, like, when they were on the island, he still was just like, knew it like a real place. But any of the, like, newer maps, he's like, oh, I have no idea where anything is.
is so. Are they playing build or no build mode?
They were playing no build mode, or at least I didn't see them do any building. I did not see them any. Oh, what's it called?
Ripping
Uh,
some, cranking
uh,
some 90s,
cranking some '90s.
cranking
Yep,
some
there you go.
90s. Yeah,
Yeah, they did not do any of that, and I
doing
didn't see
some
anyone else. So I think
doing some
just no
editing in
build
your
mode,
box wars. You know.
and it was a non-ranked mode as well.
Oh yeah,
I guess
no,
because Brad
hell
and
no.
Vinny are not Fortniters,
Oh,
and Will
it's
Smith is.
no, you don't like. Yeah, no, you don't want to do that. That's not what Fortnite
Yeah, you
is
don't want the
about.
sweats.
You do not want that. But then I think it's good that they can go there. Like that's where like you're gonna see the actual like people play instead of being like losers who are like, yo, I'm just gonna do the quest and maybe shoot some guys, which is pretty
You gotta
fun.
do the heists. Gotta do the heists now, Kevin.
Ah, like I think Fortnite is fun. I think it's a fun video game. I enjoyed my time with it, but it's one
You
of
can
the
hire Sub-Zero to like work with you.
oh boy. I also think Fortnite is like I think it is kind of evil. Like
Yeah.
it is evil. I think it is pretty fun, but I also think it's one of those things where like you can't chase it. Like I don't
Uh-huh. Yep. A lot of companies have ruined themselves
by trying to chase it. Yeah, I think that was
there.
like we probably already talked about it, but it was like a Chris Wolfhart skeet, and he was talking about how like back in the days because games were finite, where you could rip off another person's game that was good and people would play it. So like
Yeah.
if you literally like Street Fighter 2 and then Fatal Fury came out, you're going to be like, yeah, I'll play Fatal Fury. Why not? Or like if you're playing, but now it's like, no, I'm not going to stop Fortnite for fake Fortnite because I can play Fortnite. It has all my
Yep.
stuff on it.
Also it's free asterisk
Yeah.
and it never ends. There's
I
always new.
I do think the most skeezy thing that Fortnite does is that you do not get to choose your skin if you haven't bought any. Like you don't even get to pick one. You're just randomly assigned like a group of 5 or 10. And
And
and they're
yeah.
and it's I think that's really like you don't even get to select like, oh, I want to look like this person. It's like, nah, you're on rotation. And that really feels bad. Speaking
I
of
never had that because like if you play it on PlayStation, you automatically get the like custom Sony
yeah,
skin.
that's the one I used. It was like a blue man. Usually there'll
Yeah.
be like a blue man, and they'll let you have that one.
Yeah.
That's the one I used, and then I bought one battle pass once, and then I recycled it forever, and then I
But it
stopped.
was it was wild just seeing everything that's in that game of just like obviously I knew Goku and Vegeta are in it, but like seeing Alan Wake and John Wick who
Yeah,
look like the same character.
that's
Hey
true.
Nolan,
Hey,
We're talking about Fortnite.
we're talking except it's me talking about Fortnite instead of Kevin.
Yeah,
what?
yeah.
Oh,
The next Lander boys played it with Will Smith. He's very good at Fortnite.
Not that Will Smith, other Will Smith.
yeah, no. I'm pretty sure. Listen, I like Next Lender. I don't think they could pull that Will Smith.
You never know. What's he doing?
Sitting with his money.
I don't know. He's try. He could be playing Fort. He could be trying to get Mike Lowry into into in into Fortnite. That wouldn't be the
Man,
most.
Oh my god, that would be incredible if they did the season of Will Smith's.
Oh, you could have an entire battle pass.
Just the Will Smith pass.
It'd probably be more like a skin with a bunch of different like like you could have like Fresh Prince
Yeah.
Will skin, and then you'd have like Bad Boys Will skin, and then Will Smith, and then you'd have like
Agent J, Will
yeah
Smith.
Men in Black.
honestly,
But
not that much money either because it just you make one Will Smith model and then you just keep changing the
Yeah,
clothes.
like
yeah,
that's what the skin would be. It'd be one of those. It'd have like unlockable variants. Like that'd be the
yep.
variant skin, where it'd have all like the variants of all the Will Smiths.
And then you can do the iRobot Will Smith and make it do the Matrix bullet dodge, and then it'll be the like, what if Will Smith had agreed to do it instead of Keanu?
I actually liked Will Smith iRobot. Like I know it's not a
That's the
good.
choice.
I know
I
it's
mean,
like okay,
yeah,
so I want to make it clear. It's not like a good movie. Like
no.
it, but I kind of like it.
Also, please use the Spanish language title of the film?
Yo Robot.
Yo, Robot.
Yeah, but I like that's all. It's I if I went to the theater and put money, I would be disappointed in Will Smith's Yo Robot. But
Yeah, I did not put money
but
into
I
it.
think I think it was one where like my
It's an FX.
it was when Netflix was sending out DVDs, and me and my dad, like, it came in the mail and we watched it on like a Saturday, and we're like, yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty good.
Well, listen. First of all, Kevin, it's a great story because, all right, the most crucial piece of the entire movie is that the scientist had to kill himself in order for Will Smith to start studying, the plot that the other evil robots were setting up.
Yeah.
He couldn't have just told Will Smith, or I don't know, sent him a message, or wrote it down on a piece of paper and just left it somewhere.
Why would a highly prejudiced to robots cop believe that there is some evil robot plot?
Not only the only prejudiced cop, because and I'm sorry, don't forget he's prejudiced because a robot saved his life.
Yeah, it
one
didn't
time.
save the child.
Because the robot's like, oh no, the male, this adult's going to survive, the child will not.
And he's like, no, robot, you have to lie. Once you can lie, you can save us. And then the robot lied.
I just think the robots had a stupid design. I hate that they all had a human face. I think it would have been way better if it was if they looked the exact same, but it was just like a smooth piece of plastic was their face.
I think a lot of like robot design, because you see in all these people they're trying to make like humanoid robot butlers, which I think is stupid. I think that's like a stupid idea. Because one, like, I think humanoid robot in general is dumb unless you're doing like a walking tank, then it's cool.
Sick.
But if you're trying to do it as like a hand, like, no, just make it like a Roomba.
Yeah, hasn't engineering repeatedly shown that like engineering is bad at copying Mother Nature?
Well, it's very hard to like walk. It takes a lot to keep your gyro stabilized.
Like, it's way easier. Just give it 4 legs and then 2 extra arms on top. Or
There
better
you
yet,
go.
like a surfing platter on top.
Or you give it like 4. Yeah, you give it like 4 legs.
Oh hell yeah!
Make
Spider tank.
Yeah, spider tank. Tachikomas. They're
Yeah,
cool.
yeah.
Works. We all love a Tachikoma here. There's some hilarious bits in like BattleTech lore where there are like quadruped legs. I can't say it. 4-legged robots, and like they don't work.
You're right,
that well.
quadrupeds.
Yeah, they don't work that well.
You can also say bye-bye peds.
2x biped. But they don't work that well, and the ride isn't that good. But the guy kept pushing because, like, nah, they can, like, staple for the guns better. And they're like, but they can't move very well.
They kind of suck.
They're not good. Yeah, so, yeah. I was just gonna say, like, there's also a lot of crap in Fortnite.
Yeah,
Like,
there is a lot of...
There's a lot of stuff in there. And it's a stuff where, like, if you are a child, you got no hope.
Audio and video wise, like, not just characters and what's your floaty thing? Your parachute?
Your glider?
Yeah.
Yeah, your glider. And also just the sheer amount of like now music.
Yeah,
there's
like music. It's like Rock Band. They just put Rock Band in there. They put like Lego Minecraft in there.
Yeah.
They put like a racing game. It's just in there.
Mm-hmm. Fortnite's like, nah, it's don't leave. Just here.
Yeah. They've done their Valorant as well.
Oh yeah, they have like that custom mode. They just put it all in there.
Eventually, they're just gonna put the Epic Game Store inside Fortnite.
Well, the only reason the Epic Game Store exists is because of Fortnite on
Yep,
PC.
yep.
I'm just
That's why every week they give away a free game that's decent, just to try to get people to be like, "Dude, look, you're building the habit of buying something from the store." Like, no, I'm not.
so here's
No, I'm
like
not.
my industry like prediction because I feel like at some point Fortnite will because it already has like Fortnite Premium or whatever, which is you get even more battle pass rewards or whatever. It's like
Oh no,
Fortnite
yeah, that's the
Plus.
Super Battle
Yeah,
Pass.
it's like a super battle pass. I think Fortnite will at one point go either free to play or ad supported. Like I think there's gonna be like the free tier of Fortnite. They're gonna start showing ads between matches.
Hell yeah.
I feel it's coming. Like I gotta like my sniffer. I'm sniffing it. I feel like it's going to happen because I don't know how like I feel like you're getting close to like peak Fortnite saturation.
I don't even. Street Fighter Five already tried to do that, and if it was a more successful product, it would have actually had the ads. Instead, it was just always like Capcom Pro Tour ad space because no one wanted to buy any actual ad space.
But I think people
Um,
would buy ads in
yeah, people
Fortnite.
would buy. Yeah, people
That's the
would buy
thing.
Fortnite ad
Like
space.
like
Everything in Fortnite is already an ad.
that's also true. Like I didn't consider that where it's like, "Oh, hey, you want your brand deal? We'll just put it in there. You pay us. That's how we yeah, we're not paying you for RoboCop or whatever. You're paying us to
Yeah,
put
so
RoboCop in there."
yep, they're already paying for ad space, and it's the character models.
That's true. I didn't consider that. All right. I did just talk about random crap. I want to try to get here. I did go to the old Black Mountain game store, and the vibes seem pretty good. It seems like a pretty nice place. I talked with
Yeah,
one.
Oh,
Uh,
it's super great.
yeah, I talked with like the guy who was working there about BattleTech for like 30 minutes. So that's pretty cool.
huh.
We're just yap. He was watching one of the lore videos that I was watched. I was like, oh hey, I know that. It was cool. I've been BattleTech's pretty cool. The video game BattleTech is pretty cool. It's just like I would say 80% of the tabletop game, but they made like kind of an XCOM slash story missions based on it, and the story missions are very long. That's what messed me up because they're like very multi-stage, and I thought I was gonna get a checkpoint, and you do not get a checkpoint. You gotta
Uh
manually save
oh.
that. So
Uh
so the
oh.
little the
I'll
little
find an ink ribbon and go to a typewriter.
no, you just hit your saves. But let's just say that you need to take care of those little tanks because if you're trying to fight a mech on mech battle and then these little tanks start shooting the back of your mech, your mech blows up and you lose the mission because those tanks
I
are
don't
messed
think I
up.
know what BattleTech is.
Do you know what Mech Warrior is?
I don't think so.
Okay. Do you know what Mech Assault is?
I'm gonna say no again.
Okay, so it's like Western. It's Western computer mech game. Big chunky boys.
Okay. They're like the middle stages of a Robotech.
Well, the why it's called Robotech is because Harmony Gold that had the license slash like amalgamation of Robotech was like teaming up with the guys who were doing BattleTech and Mech Warrior for like designs. Only it was revealed that Harmony Gold did not have the rights to that. So
To Macross.
yeah, so basically there's like Macross mechs inside of BattleTech, but Harmony Gold did not have those rights. And apparently, when the Macross people were going over and they saw like a comic book store, and it's like they were selling the designs. They're like, why are they selling miniatures of our thing? and it became a big hullabaloo.
As it should.
So like so all of those have been like cleaned up to be now legally distinct. So there's a lot of legally distinct mechs that are like, now they're fine. They don't look like they're not just the transforming fighter pilot halfway again. Man, MechWarrior's had some, but it's cool. It's giant robots. The world is pretty cool. I like it. I like it a lot. I still like. Do I like it more than Gundam? Not really. I mean, Gundam's Gundam, but there's cool stuff in MechWarrior. I think the lore is not as good as 40K, but it's a lot more hard sci-fi. Except for the Black Marauder, which is just randomly, it's canonical. There is just one like chaos robot who is possibly possessed by the devil or something from beyond, and it shows up.
Fuck yeah.
It only shows up. It's like it doesn't always show up. It showed up like 4 times, but it's also kind of ambiguous. Like, is it evil, or did the guys like mind control, mind meld helmet that they used to pilot the robots, did it just mess up? Who knows? But I like to think it's evil. It is trying to find the place where a quote like the hole in reality, where like there's like a hyper jump accident and it wants to find it so it can go home. It's neat. It's neat, but that's just like one thing. Most of it's just like, nah, here's the dudes, they're having space fights. I would say we're closer to Legends of the Galactic Heroes than we are to 40K. We're that kind of like, we're dealing with our space flights, except we had to have a treaty because like our war got to the point where we just started nuking planets constantly, and we need those to live. So we have to have like rules of engagement. It's neat. Neat. I enjoyed it.
It does sound pretty sick.
It's cool. It's cool. It's sci-fi. It's like it's old man sci-fi, I want to say. Because when I play like the MechWarrior online, you leave on voice chat because it's probably the most wholesome voice chat I have ever been a part of in any video game ever. Like 90% of the time people are using it for its intended purpose and being like, we got some, like literally it's just people, they sound like, most of them sound like my age or older. I feel like I'm in the younger part, but they're like, we got some guys coming down E7. Got some heavy mechs. Please try to go around, flank them from the left on, we're going to try to pincer them. And everyone's like, Roger out, good hunting. And you're like, oh, this is great.
Oh, what do you mean? Do you mean there's no slurs?
No one's. I have yet to hear a slur. I have yet to hear like baby crying in the background or rap music, basically hype playing. I have yet to hear yelling.
Incredible.
I have heard people getting salty, but it's only because like the team lost and didn't listen to them. But yet it was one of those where like, yeah, the guy got kind of salty that the team lost. It was frustrated, but wasn't like yelling. It was just like, oh man, guys, you should have stuck together. Like that's the most, but maybe a little bit more, actually more, a little bit more frustrated than that. But it was like, I'm like, this is incredible.
But yeah, it was closer to that than the gamer word.
No one's yelling gamer words. No one's like harassing anyone. Everyone's just playing the robot game. I think Mandalore did like a video and he talked about like, oddly enough, this is like of all the online games, one of the best communities, and I kind of have to agree with them. Where it's just, it's either people are friendly or they're quiet.
Mm-hmm.
Like, quiet's pretty good, honestly.
And
yep.
And the most rage you'll get is someone dejectedly like, man, I can't win today. This sucks. And you're like, that's fine. It is immaculate. And I kind of feel like that's the vibe of the whole BattleTech kind of like franchise is people that are like, we just want to deal with our niche robot toys, and that's it. It's not that popular, so we all have to be nice. And I'm kind of into it. All right, what else? Well, I didn't like War Thunder. I downloaded War Thunder. I played it. I did
That's
not
the
like
tank
it.
game.
Well, it's the tank, plane, and boat game.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't like it because it's one of those where like one the free to play stuff is like it's too much. It's too much
It's
for me.
horrible.
Like
It's the worst.
like you're having to unlock tanks and then buy crews to pilot the tanks and then level up your crews.
But also, that money is also used to. Then you have to get experience so you can upgrade the crews. But also, you need to upgrade your tank. But after a point, that tank's going to become worthless because you're in the next level.
Yeah, you're in the next
So now
tier
you
of
have to buy a
tank
new tank.
and restart it all
So
over again.
So the tank you were killing with is now the weakest tank out there, and now you got to go buy some more tanks.
Yeah, you gotta go buy the more tank. You gotta buy the skills. You gotta buy more slots because you don't want to give up that tank because you might want to play lower. Also, I just don't like getting one shot. I feel like if any game I have played, I have been one shot across the map in that because they do like realistic hit stuff. So like if the tank hits your viewport, it'll go in there, blow up your engine, and you die in one hit.
Yeah, just
So,
obliterate your crew. So, Drew, imagine it's a game where you get into the tank and you drive, and you get one shot at it and you're dead. How many more lives do you think you have?
I would say none at that point.
Oh no, you have 2 more lives, but you also can't pick your good tank because that just got destroyed. So you have to use one of your spare tanks that are not as good.
yeah, you gotta have 3 tanks, separate tanks. And remember, all this level up free to play nonsense applies to each one.
So they don't level up together; they all level up separately. So you have to play each one.
God, that's so stupid.
Insane. It's like the worst. I feel bad. I played it for like a few hours.
I played it for about.
But
I gave it one of those like 3 play sessions chances. Let's see what'll. Okay, so again, Steam says 4 hours. I played it for 4 hours.
yeah, no, that's a good amount of time. I've definitely played it for at least 10.
That's all. Well, because there is when it's working, I can get it. Like when you're not just instantly one shot because after driving, it's pretty decent. But there's a lot of like you just get blown up. You just get blown up real fast. And there's also
There's a lot of you don't see the other person and you get blown up.
yeah. Like I'm gonna even though I kind of don't recommend it. One of the advantages to the Mech Warrior Online is because the giant robots there's a long time to kill. So even if you're in a light mech and the heavy mech shoots all its guns at you, you're probably going to be able to like run away.
Yeah, you're probably going to be fine.
Well, you're not fine. You're going to be hurting. But you'll be like at a third, like 2/3 health instead of just instantly dead. And that's just like one. It's one of those games where like, oh, you need to be in groups because the mechs have too much health 1-on-1. But if you have like 4 dudes shooting, then it's not. But it's like, I feel like I'm not instantly killed in that game, unlike in War Thunder where I instantly die, or I'm playing like the airplane mode, and I think I'm doing okay, and then I instantly get shot from like somewhere else. I will say it does give you the element of like, did you ever think you might have wanted to become like a tank and or plane man? No, you don't. Because you're just gonna get shot from some random angle and die.
No, you're like it's like you just perch up in the perfect spot, and then for some reason someone just fires the perfect shot through like trees and rocks, on just like one specific point on you, and it blows up your whole tank.
Yeah, and then
It's insane.
you're just dead. You're just dead, and I don't know. I don't like it. I also there's like, and this is just something maybe I've discovered about me that I have this hang up, but because like War Thunder is like realistic World War II kind of factions, like I don't want to play with or unlock anything of like the Nazis or like the
Yeah.
Russians because like I feel like no, there's going to be people on here that are way too eager to click like that Nazi button.
There's definitely a
Oh,
few that are a little too cool with it.
Yeah, they're a little too. Where it's just like I could deal. Like, listen, I can deal with the Empire and Star Wars, or like the Xeon. You know,
yeah. If
Yeah.
it's one stage removed,
if it's at least one stage removed and they have like a cool spaceship. Now it has to actually. I think I would say two stages removed, Drew, because it has to be like different and in like the future slash past or whatever.
yeah,
So
this yeah, a different setting, and then not Nazis.
yeah, like the Xeons are like if you're rolling around the Zaku, I'm like, yeah, I'd roll around the Zaku's are cool. It's like, are the Xeons bad? Yeah, but like Zaku's are cool. But there's not real life people going around being like wearing like a Zaku on their shoulder and then
Yeah,
trying to like take away like like take away people's rights. There's
It's
no
actually it's no, sorry, it's super funny. It's because all the tanks are split up by nation. So, you know, if you want to get the good German tanks, you have to, be the Nazis.
yeah
But at one, if you level up the Nazi faction enough, they just become regular Germans, and then it's cool to play them again.
yeah. See, they're just the German faction.
You don't. Yeah, you just have to level the Nazis out of them. That's it.
And like that's one of those like I don't like that. It's a bad
but
like
and then at the same time though, if you're like, oh, Zaku's are so cool, but if the Zaku had a big old swastika on its shoulder, you'd be like, wait. If Xeon was actually Nazis,
well if there was like people like if there were people holding like Neo Xeon rallies and people were showing up to them. Like, listen. If those white boys were walking around with tiki torches yelling "Zig Xeon," now would that I wouldn't like that. But then again, I'm saying that would be really funny. I would laugh,
Uh,
but we'd have it a lot. We'd be having a much different conversation here. But yeah, I just don't like games where I get instantly killed. I'm not a fan of it. It's very frustrating. Also, known I would not turn on voice chat or text chat in War Thunder. That is a big no. That is a
Never.
big
No, no.
no. That is not wholesome, old guys.
You talked about the wholesome. Let's go to the polar opposite.
Yeah, that's like League of
In my
Legends.
opinion, of video games.
That's like the one I would never like. I think it's like League of Legends. Okay, so like I don't know. Okay, I'm trying to think of what's the worst. What is the worst like
Call of
chat?
Duty.
Call of Duty is bad, but
Well, it's by the simple metric that it's like the most players play
yeah,
Call of
like
Duty.
I would say like per like in volume it's going to be Call of Duty, but I think per capita it's League of Legends, possibly Dota. Because I think those games are designed to make people upset because your team is failing you and you're stuck there for like 20 to 30 minutes. Like Call of Duty, people get mad, but those matches go on for like 10 minutes or something. Like 8 minutes. I don't remember. I don't remember the last time I did a COD match. But like those matches don't last. That you don't have to hold that L in the room with the people for like 20 minutes as one of
Yeah.
them is saying like
You're
it's
slowly losing.
as one of them is saying it's your fault. when you're just like, oh man, when they're just raging at you for their own fault. Oh god, like that'll I don't care. That I think that's worse.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
horrible.
you know what it actually is? It's Roblox.
Okay, no, you're
Oh,
mm, there's something to there. So like
No,
Roblox,
it is because it's like literal child endangerment.
I would say it's you have the combination of literal child endangerment, and if you imagine the elementary to like the lunch table, but what if it was a lunch table? What if it was the cafeteria, the element like the fourth to seventh to let's just say like third to sixth grade lunch table, but with like 10,000 children at once.
And no children monitoring.
There's no one there. So you're basically you have like you have like a million children, and then you have like 10,000 predators, and that's that's Roblox.
oh, yeah.
And that is the most yes, I think that is the most toxic of all communities.
Listen, I'm pretty sure if, let's say, if To Catch a Predator was around nowadays, they would specifically be using Red Roblox to catch the predators.
Well,
I think I think my hypothetical child would be far more safe playing Fortnite. Listen, you play
100%,
Fortnite,
yeah.
you just turn off voice chat, you're fine.
also you can't even like you can have a child's account on Fortnite and then they can't even voice chat with people that they're not friends with.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like Fortnite has actually put protective measures into
Well, because they
place.
know that like if it's gonna get real bad. It could get real bad in there. It's why like Pokemon doesn't let you like talk to anyone, or like Nintendo's like the friend code, because we don't want that. We ain't doing that. We're gonna do fine.
Honestly, the more I think about it, the more I'm on board with that because it also means they're like, and we don't want to dedicate the resources to it. Like, we could do this. Fortnite does it, so we could do this, but it's just easier to make it a hassle to talk to anyone and just not have to allocate the resources
Not our
to make
problem.
it happen.
Okay, speaking of not talking to anyone, what did you guys think of that video I posted in the chat about the Minecraft movie? Did you watch that, or am I gonna have to give
Oh, the young
the
Sheldon one?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Mm.
striking while the iron is as cold as it's ever been? The Minecraft movie teaming up with the syndicated reruns of Young Sheldon, in in a feat I have never seen this.
That was the wild part to me, that it was the old episodes of Young Sheldon
That's
because they know no one cares about old Sheldon.
no, it's not like the new episodes of that of the Georgie spinoff show or whatever. It's like
Yeah,
old young, and it was still well he was young Sheldon. So
yeah,
this is like
exactly.
yeah, this
It's
is like
young Sheldon.
season.
It's not old young Sheldon. It's young Sheldon.
It's like, and I'm like, does this mean that there's just no like our culture has finally like fully segmented where there's no like mass market anything anymore? Because
No.
like TV show, we have to resort to like the old episodes where people were caring because we're all just like so hyper in our own bubbles that you can't have it anymore.
Exactly.
Yeah.
We're like your mass market movie slop is like we can't just get an ad spot on Home Improvement and expect everyone to watch it. We have to like I guess we have to get our ad spot on the remake, the Young Sheldon reruns on TV or whatever.
We have to
Listen,
nostalgia pander to season 1 of Young Sheldon.
whoever's out there watching that, like on TV, not on like streaming or whatever, on. But I guess I don't know. I guess network TV is very desperate. It's very dire. I don't know why you'd have network TV unless you're like unless you're watching sports. That's it.
That's literally it.
That's like it. You could argue like the news, but I think it's most of it like nah. It's like you're watching sports, and sports are okay. Sports are okay. I think Nolan had to like take a call or something.
Oh.
That's fine. He did. He does. He gets the miss. So why'd you buy what you bought on the Steam sale, Drew?
Mostly they were the cheapest things on the list, and they'd been on the list for a little bit.
Yeah. I only know about Scald because like the Range Touch gang, they were talking about it.
Yeah, I don't know if it's them or like other weird tabletop people to put it on my radar. I'm pretty sure it's weird tabletop people who put all of these on my list except for the top one. So I got, for those unaware, Where the Water Tastes Like Wine. That was a rec thread from Space Twinks.
Oh, those are usually pretty good.
But then Scald, Norco, and the Excavation of Hobbs Barrow, I think, are all from weird tabletop people.
Yeah. Like on my list,
not the miniature wargaming tabletop people, the not D&D RPG tabletop people.
now listen, you tabletop is the correct nomenclature, but with wine you would say miniature wargaming. Miniature gaming is like the Warhammer or the Infinity or the etc. One of the ones on my list,
or the Dungeons and Dragons First Edition.
No, that's like the crossover. That's the cross generation heroes. One of the ones on my list, I haven't bought it, was Yellow Taxi Goes Vroom. That was one that I think Cameron did a talk about, and I looked at it. I'm like, that's pretty cool. We'll get that at some point. But then most of the list I have, it's like, did I watch a Mandalore or a Seth video about it? And I'm like, okay, I'll put that on there. Like, did you show about this weird old like this weird like MS Paint actual roguelite made of ASCII? I'm like, I'll put that on the list.
Okay, sorry.
No problems.
Sure.
Did you succumb to the Steam sale at all, Nolan?
But I got. I think everyone says I was going to get Polaris. No, not Singularis, and mouthwashing just because I wanted to get the new like indie games that everyone's talking about.
Yeah.
That's been about it.
Is Solaris like the other Endless Space? I'm gonna say the other Space 4X game. Is that the one I'm thinking of?
Yes.
Yeah, Solaris. Yeah, yeah, because I think that was the one. Solaris. Oh no, that's the Solaris. What am I thinking of? Solaris is free.
Is it? No, hold on.
I know the game. I know it's like a 4X game. Oh god. Well, why can't I remember it? Okay, it's not Endless Space 2. Okay, 4X. What is this game? Why am I so
BMX
old?
Triple X.
Yeah, BMX Triple X. BMX.
That's a
Stellaris. Stellaris. Is that what I'm thinking of?
Maybe.
It's like it's kind of like 4X strategy. It's in space. I think that's the one where like the gimmick is that like eventually your technologies will turn into like the game's final boss end state.
Oh yeah, no, yeah. I think it is Stellaris.
Yeah, Stellaris. and that's the one where it's like if you go into like robots on your colonies and stuff, but if you go too hard into it, then you'll get to like nano machines, and then the robots will rebel and make their own faction. And that's like every tech tree has like this, oh, you went too hard and now something else is happening. Like that's the end state of the galaxy, is you make your own final boss.
You know, that's a good idea. Is you are your own final boss.
Yeah, your tech
No,
tree is the final boss.
humanity will always create its own problems.
At least that's what I remember. Like that was the interesting thing about that game, because you're still trying to like win and get victory points or whatever, but then at the end it's like, hey, you're doing your civ thing, and then it's like, oh, your consequences are your. It's really fun to sow, but then this reaping is terrible.
No, I don't want to reap.
It's coming. You gotta do it. You gotta.
Yeah. So okay. So sorry, it's Signalis.
Oh, Signalis.
Signalis. Yeah, that's what it is.
Yeah,
Sorry.
that's isn't that the lesbian robot game?
Yeah.
Okay.
Signalis, mouthwashing, and then I got Cult of the Lamb because it was on sale.
Yeah, Cult of Lab's pretty
Okay,
good.
what's mouth washing? I've heard a lot about mouth washing. Oh, sorry, no, I have seen mouth washing a lot, mostly fan art, and I don't know what mouth washing is.
It's cool.
I don't either, but you know, I'm down to figure out what it's all about.
It's cool.
It looks
Okay.
interesting.
I've watched
I'm also yeah, I have no
watched-
clue what it is. So
I watched a
try it.
playthrough of it. I'm gonna say it's cool.
Ooh,
I think
alright.
you'd have much more enjoyment playing through it. Going blind. I'm not even gonna tell you what it's about.
Oh hell yeah, I like that.
It's cool. But if you, I would say I'm just gonna say if you're in this crew, if you're hearing it, you'll be cool with what it's doing. You'll be like, ah, they're doing something we like,
Okay.
and then it goes in some interesting directions, and then there's, but I'm not. That's all. I'm not gonna spoil it.
Okay, that's perfect.
I ain't
I
spoiling.
will give it some things.
It's cool.
Uh,
It's very cool.
I will say the one game I'm still debating whether to get or not is a Forklift Simulator.
I don't know.
So it is this game you play as a sentient forklift, and you are in a world like after humans' extinction,
Ah.
or rather, there's like no humans. So it's like you going around as a forklift, and you're like helping other machines, and it's got a lot of like near automata in it.
Ah, here we go.
is it like your machine, but you're still stuck doing the final tasks with no humans?
No, because like you get to drive around the world, so it's not like you're stuck moving a pallet to pallet. It's like you going around the world and exploring.
That's interesting. I don't know. How many numbers are in it? How many numbers in the forklift simulator?
I don't know what you mean.
I'm
You're making a joke I don't
Yeah,
understand.
I was just because a lot of the games that I play have a lot of numbers in it, and it's like can you do a forklift build, or you enhance yourself, and then it didn't work. It didn't work. In my head, it was funny.
No. We get what you mean.
Yeah, because like I was thinking
I
about.
don't think it's a numbers sort of brain rot kind of game.
Yeah, I was thinking about like it was that post that was like Calvin's dad, and he was talking to Calvin, and he says every video game is parkour or numbers.
Okay, I will say this right now, just all based off the description. I'm pretty sure that Forklift Simulator is parkour.
Yeah, it's parkour.
Forklift load is
Yeah.
parkour. This is a parkour game.
World War Thunder, that's numbers.
No, yeah, War Thunder is numbers.
It's the most numbers.
Fortnite is parkour.
Yep.
Street Fighter is parkour. I think that's
No, every fighting game is numbers.
Oh,
Every
you're
fighting
right.
game.
No, you're right. It's all
Yep.
frame data. You're correct. It is
Yep.
numbers.
It is all numbers.
Yeah. So fighting games are numbers.
Yep, because it's numbers and shapes, which are just more numbers.
No, shapes count. They're in
Yep.
the math crew. They're right there.
BattleTech, yeah, that's
Battletech's
numbers
big
right there.
numbers. That's all that is. It's just numbers. Like Fortnite. Yeah, Fortnite is parkour. But yeah, that's like every game. It's either numbers or parkour.
20 minutes.
All right. What else? What else do we got? Anything else other than like Max like killing everything they have? So as you said, Nolan, Don Cheadle won.
So canonically, Don Cheadle did win that game, and LeBron James and the Toonstars got erased, and now that's why they're no longer on Max.
Yeah. So that's the future we live in. It's like the dark.
I read a story about hey, if you Toons lose the game, I'm gonna take you off the streaming service. And then they win. So what I'm gonna guess is they lost the second game.
No, see, like, because it's kind of like it's the split. It's like the Zelda timeline, where like, did Link defeat Ganon or not?
Did LeBron use his video game skills to beat the other?
So where does
Algorithms?
Barkley shut up and jam Gaiden? Like, where does that take place? So obviously, there's like, do the Looney
Well, that's
Tunes?
the win meter.
So like, the Looney Tunes win the Space Jam. Like, and then we go because that's what happens. Because Barkley, like, we don't know what happens if the Looney Tunes lose Space Jam 1, and we don't have, and we're living in like. So what I would imagine is like, the Looney Tunes win Space Jam 1. And then they win Space Jam 2, and then that's where Barkley happens. Right?
Yeah.
But if like the Looney Tunes lose Space Jam 2, that's our current real world. So like our current reality is Michael Jordan and the Looney Tunes beat the Monstars but lose to the Goon Squad. They lose to them.
Goonan's too strong.
Yeah, they couldn't beat the Gooners.
Okay, so Space Jam 1, the Toons win.
Yeah.
Normal timeline continues, which is what Space Jam 2 continues onto.
Yeah.
Other side is Charles Barkley.
No, see,
We're now at the split of Space Jam 2 wins is our continued reality, and now there's a Space Jam 2 loss.
No, see, I think Space Jam
That's
2
now been
loss
split up.
is our reality. And Space Jam
No,
2...
it is our reality.
Yeah,
You're right.
Space Jam 2 win is
Space Jam 1
Barkley.
win.
Like, that goes to the end of all b-ball.
This is so stupid, and I love it.
Because...
But what happens if Tony never meets Bam?
Well, we don't know about that. We don't know how if that affects the timeline or not. See, because what we don't know is how does the Band of the Hawk work? Because we know that we haven't gotten to HD Eric Sparrow, so we don't know about does Bam take the Bailet or not. Does Bam Margera join the Godhead? I can only assume our current so what I'm guessing is our reality is Team Hawk wins, but also like the Looney Tunes must lose.
Oh, actually, yeah, we know Team Hawk does win because Bam is not in Tony Hawk 3 and 4 remake.
Yeah, he's not in there, so like Tony wins.
Bam, unfortunately, he had to sacrifice Vito.
Yeah, Uncle Vito
To the God Man.
Vito got destroyed.
That was Uncle Vito got the brand of sacrifice.
So Paul or whatever, he failed.
God, I can just see he is definitely one of the Godhead is Uncle V.
Oh,
So
ooh.
the fall of Bam ends in defeat. So
He's like, you must take the thing that's most precious to you. No, not Uncle Vito. Without him, the Bam show just kind of falls apart.
yeah, because
Who will I bully?
Who will I make a fool of?
yeah. So I think we're getting somewhere here. We're finding out
He
about
has-
the true timeline. That just makes me concerned. Like I want to see indie games out there. Show me the failed Space Jam timeline.
Okay.
We haven't
Show me
seen
the-
what happens when the Looney Tunes lose the first Space Jam. When Michael cannot stretch his arms like a Looney Tune. Or he is defeated.
Or the Monstars win.
Yeah,
and
the
they just keep
Monstars
going more
win.
powerful.
And then they take the Looney Tunes away. Like, what does that mean? They also take Michael Jordan away. I believe that was part of the deal.
Yeah, no, it's he has to work at their
Yeah, intergalactic. So like space, like in that world, space travel and aliens are now real because Michael Jordan is gone.
Hold on, I'm sorry. He has to, he now has to pay back his gambling debts from the Monstars.
Oh yeah, that would be. See, that's what the Monstars didn't know. They challenged him to basketball. They just should have challenged him to like dice or poker. He would have lost.
If I'm going to be honest, I feel like our current timeline is the Monstars winning timeline because now it's just all about okay, the Looney Tunes aren't making a profit. Let's just keep destroying them.
Is Elon Musk one of those aliens?
He is.
Is he like one of those little grubs? Because I can see it. You look at him.
That's why he talks weird.
That's why he looks like a grub. Little grub creature. He doesn't quite understand our ways. Look at him. Look how he posed, how he talks. He's like awkward. He doesn't quite get it. Listen, I'm figuring something out here. I think Elon. Okay, what is the Space Jam? I want to know what those aliens are called. What are those aliens called? I want to know their species because I want to know. I want to put this.
Are they just the Monstars?
No, they're like aliens. Mr. Swackhammer from the Nerdlux.
In the new video game, are we, since it's Shut Up and Jam, are we playing Stephon Curry instead of Charles Barkley?
Yeah, because like we don't quite know. Well, because like it depends on how many. Like it depends on if anyone in our timeline can unlock the Chaos Dunk. Because that is vital to the world of Shut Up and Jam Gaiden because of the negative b-ball protons emitted when a Chaos Dunk happens that destroyed New York, and then they had to make Neo New York.
No, it's Stephon Curry, and that's why they're the Warriors.
Yeah, the war. Yeah, that's that. I mean, that'd be more Berserk based. I feel like we keep going. We just keep wanting to make Berserk, but with basketball.
I mean,
I'm here for it.
Yeah.
Or really, because like if you consider, like Barkley, Shut Up and Jam was like a pastiche of '90s RPGs, whereas like now it would be a pastiche of like our current RPGs. So you'd be getting like Niers and like Baldur's Gates
and
like,
Yakuza's.
Yeah, like Yakuza. Oh, yeah. So you'd have like that level of like kind of RPG pastiche and like things. So like you'd be in like Sigil in the Planescape and you'd be playing basketball. Like the Lady of Pain is hosting a new basketball tournament to decide the fate of the multiverse. And they would work because they're extra planar beings. They'd have a Spelljammer. I could see it. I can see it happening. What I'm saying is, you just everyone tell me what does our future hold?
All right, guys, we're giving you a week. All right, I'm gonna look on AO3 in exactly 1 week, and I better see something up there.
I want to see one of the alternate Space Jam timelines.
Another hour of this.
Yeah, I want to see it. I want to see it. I would do it. I'd do it myself, but like I don't want to. That's like 10 years ago me where I'd say screw it, I'll do it myself and I'll write that fan fiction. I'll write it. I'll write about like the perilous of of Stefan Curry in the post world as he's trying to like in
Look,
the
we
near,
don't want to do it.
there's
Okay,
like
you're forcing our hand on this one if you guys don't do it for
listen,
us.
it would just be near one, but instead of finding Grimoire Weiss, it'd be Grimoire Basketball. It would be
No, you literally you have to keep
Mirage.
bouncing the wall talking to you.
it'd be Basketball Weiss. No, it'd be because there's different Grimoires.
Grimoire Orange. Grimoire Orange.
Yeah, Grimoire Orange.
Fun.
And it would be like he'd find it and he would go like I gotta use it to defeat the shades, and he'd have to use it, and then it would cut and it would be a nerd pastiche of everything I love, but also like NBA of like the currentness. But I don't know anything about current NBA.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Uh,
I don't. I don't. I don't. I did for like a little bit. I knew that like Draymond Green keeps keeping people on the balls. I knew that because he does like this like fade away jump shot or whatever. And he just kicks people on the balls. I knew that. What I'm trying to say here is that Barkley Shut Up and Jay Gaiden was like a glorious thing that can never be happen, and it couldn't even happen that they couldn't do the sequel. Like they can't even recreate it.
yeah,
It has such, and it doesn't.
one of a time.
It doesn't even age that well, but like the tone of it, there's like sometimes it hits so hard, and I understand why that's like so appealing to me and others. Like the part where Barkley has to go through the temptations, and his temptation is ink and gold. He must get the ink and gold, and it's like so stupid, and I love it. Or he has to like do the treaty between like the Dwargars and the genies because the Dwargars love Dunkaroos. It's so stupid.
No, you have to take Cyber Dwarf on a
Yeah,
to a dating thing.
Yeah, a date in the B-ball
To find his
dimension.
future wife.
You have to write a
To
love.
find the love of his life,
Yeah.
Joanna Man.
Yeah, no. Joanna Man is in the hunting thing and has to defeat Ghost Dad, who is putting up the mist in front of the Spalding Corporation, so Barkley can harness the power of the Hell B-ball and the Shimmer Globe, so he can learn double dribble, the ultimate technique. Where he
I 100% agree with you. It could not be done today because if it was done today, it would just be full of the horrible, awful memes that we usually
yeah,
have.
because it can't. Well, that game is also full of stupid memes, but it has to be such like the obtuseness. You gotta have like you need an obtuse that's also just like bizarre, but it hits the ears right. Like
Just in a
I think
way.
Chaos Dunk is just always good.
yeah, like the and then they show the cutscene where Barkley, to impress his infant son, did the first Chaos Dunk, which is just a dunk from all the way across like the basketball court. And that led to so much.
It blows up the entire
It blows up New York
center, I'm pretty sure.
because he went too
Dude,
far,
that's so-
and it got basketball outlawed. And you're just like, that's so stupid.
so dumb.
But it hits the ears. It hits when Hoops Barkley gets injected with diabetes. And has to go on a quest for Wilford Brimley to suck the diabetes out of him. And you're like, this is dumb. But they go so hard on it.
They put love and care into it though, and that's the important thing.
When they just randomly use the battle boss theme from Blue Dragon when you're fighting in that game because it's awful. And they just put it in there. And it's a masterpiece because I'm like, I played Blue Dragon, that boss fight theme sucked. But they just put it in there. When you're doing your final duel with Jordan and it just plays the Harlem Globetrotters theme. when Charles Barkley turns into a T-Rex. I'm just saying, it's great. Anyway, I got
Shoot. Here's the big problem, though. Would Warner Brothers step in to try to
Oh, they
copyright
couldn't
strike that?
handle. Oh
Oh,
no, they
no.
don't care.
It would get.
We're
Yeah,
not
it would get.
Nintendo.
Nintendo don't care. No, they don't. They don't care. They wouldn't acknowledge it.
Warner Brothers won't care until it starts making money, and then they'll want it to be theirs.
They'll want it, buy it, and then cancel it.
Yep,
Well,
and get a sweet tax write-off in the process.
Because that's the Warner Brothers' plan. Is they found the loop. I still think they found the loophole in like executive tax law, which is what if we just cancel everything and pay negative taxes because we make negative money. Think about it.
listen, what if we just hold the Nemesis system ransom and never use it for anything else again?
What if we just put? What if we just take away everything that makes our streaming service worthwhile? Maybe that'll work.
Yeah.
What if we had like the entire backlog of Cartoon Network and then we just throw it in the trash?
Yep.
So then someone else can then Tubi buys it for like $2. Like,
What if we just shut down all other Cartoon Network streaming services because, we only want it on ours, only for us to get rid of our own Cartoon Network streaming media?
Well, these are
Genius
genius
plan, by
level
the way.
plays.
yeah,
Genius level plays.
I'm saying like Paramount Plus
Boggle,
is
come
garbage, but Paramount Plus does not cancel SpongeBob. It's not just
No.
it's not deleting all of SpongeBob from their service. They're not just going like, now we got all these Nickelodeon cartoons, they're gone now. And you're looking at like, no. It's just dumb. It's just dumb.
Listen, you're nice enough to leave us with Butt Ugly Martians and
Finally.
I gotta go.
All right.
Later days.
Bye. Drew had to go.
I'm trying to think of another like obscure
Mike
Nintendo.
Nickelodeon cartoon.
Yeah, they're not getting rid of Butt Ugly Martians or
Brothers Flub. We'll end on the Brothers Flub.
the Brothers Flub. Yeah, they're not getting rid of the Brothers Flub. All right.
All right. I gotta go. Drew left.
All right.
We're done. Bye.
Bye.